My fellow classmates, a year ago, we each made the decision to change our lives. For some of us, this meant a field change. For others, it was a progression within the medical field. We came together on the first night of class as strangers, both excited and terrified, with different personalities, different backgrounds, experiences, and skill levels. But we shared the common goal of creating more opportunities for ourselves and for our family. We quickly learned that nursing school is both physically and emotionally demanding. I'm not so sure that we truly understood the depth as to which our lives would revolve around nursing school and how those outside of nursing school would be unable to relate to the experience. The reality is that we had no idea what we were stepping into. We quickly became accustomed to eating, breathing, and living nursing. There were times that we had to talk each other off the cliff, reassess our goals, and encourage each other to suck it up. Becoming a nurse also requires sacrifice on our part and the part of our families. Many of us would come to class after a full day's work and no sleep. All of us would leave class late at night only to meet again at 06:45 the next morning for clinicals. It required some of us to move away from our families, to miss milestones in our families' lives, and to remind them that one day, this too will come to an end. Sitting before me is not just my fellow classmates, for this is no ordinary nursing class. This is a family of brothers and sisters who vow to leave no one behind. When you spend 12 to 22 hours a week with the same 12 people, you start to know them well, and in many cases, a little too well. Much like a family, there were times we laughed together, times when some of us were weak while others were strong, times of panic, such as when Ms. Gordon would provide us with insight into what was in store for the upcoming semester. There were also times of disappointment, but more often there were times of celebration and success. Together, as a class, we survived our first exam, each question having 4 correct answers, yet we were to choose the one that was most correct. We progressed on. We then made it to our first day of clinicals, where I'm sure we all remember that well. It was a day that we learned a lot about ourselves and each other. We progressed on. We made it to the never-ending semester of med surg, where we gained weight, lost our hair, lost sleep, and our sanity. We progressed on. We made it to maternity and pediatrics, where we all decided that we wanted to be more present. We had the opportunity to work with amazing children that forever touched our lives and taught us to love tater tots. We progressed on. In our final semester, we yet again wrestled the beast of med-surg and the anxiety about passing the exit exam. Yet the most amazing realization was that we would never again have to answer a HESI adaptive quizzing question. The matriarch of our nursing family is Miss Northover. She was not the kind of professor that stood before us and recited the textbook. She was a professor that jumped into the mud with each one of us and taught us to be safe, smart, and educated nurses. She was matter-of-fact, loyal, and could laugh with us, but she could also set us straight when we needed it. And trust me, sometimes we needed it. Most importantly, she was dependable, and she truly cared about each and every one of us. This program also required her to invest a great deal of time, and she too sacrificed time with her family. Our success is her success, and for that we will always be grateful. What we have endured together was intense and yet sacred, and for that we will always be connected. From our first day to our last day, we came together and worked as a team to make sure that each one of us were successful in our goals. As we look back on all the steps that we have accomplished and where we are today, we will finally remember all the breakfasts and all the lunches that we shared, the times that we enlisted coffee and snack runners to keep us going, our clinical pep talks, celebrating after successful exams, the teasing, and the genuine support that we have shown each other, once strangers and now family. Today is likely the last time that we will all be together at the same exact time, but today does not mark the end to a chapter. It opens the door for a lifelong career of caring for patients and saving lives. When we leave here today, we will each go our separate ways, but our paths are likely to one day meet again. Today is a day of celebration, a day for which we can step back, take a breath, and say, I made it. Some of us plan to progress as graduate nurses in the emergency department, labor and delivery, and the medical surgical departments. A few of us have ambitions of continuing on to become nurse practitioners. Regardless of where your goals, ambitions, or desires may lead you, remember that Michael Josephson, a well-known professor of ethics, once said, "Take pride in how far you've come, have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey." My hope is that we never forget our struggles, what it took to get here, and where we came from. That we always value the experiences, friendships, and lessons learned, and that we take the time to always remember that our patients are people too. I will always remember this day, and I will remember each one of you. So here's to our extraordinary class, and here's to you, Miss Northover. Congratulations, Nursing Class 015, we made it.